Is obesity a choice? This question has risen with the popularity of a couple of YouTube videos, so I thought it would be important to go over.
Going to the gym, are they putting the fork down? Are they doing the things they need to do? If they spent 14 hours a week doing cardio and eating healthy, they would lose the weight.
Usually people see fat loss and obesity as a black and white subject, to where if you do these exact steps, then you'll be able to see great results, and if you don't do these exact steps, then you're inevitably going to fail. And although this sounds like the easiest answer, it's not always the case. I'm sure you know people who are very slim but for some reason can eat whatever they want and get away with it and not gain any weight. And there's also some people that are constantly on diets and trying out healthy foods, but for some reason they can just not manage to lose the weight. Let's take a look at this study that illustrates a very similar concept. Now, this article is titled "The Response of Long-Term Overfeeding in Identical Twins." In this study, 24 men were housed in a dormitory and they were under 24-hour supervision by the members of the staff doing this research. And while they were inside this dormitory for 120 consecutive days, they were overfed by 1,000 calories per day. The chart shows the differences between the twins' weight gain throughout this study, where they stayed in the dormitory for 120 days. On the lower end, one person ended up only gaining 4 kilograms, while on the higher side, they gained a whopping 13 kilograms of body weight. Now, interestingly enough, although all the subjects had a big variance in weight gain throughout this study, the twins ended up having a very small deviation in weight gain between the two twins. Now, a lot of people don't have an identical twin to go off of to test the results. So in this case, the big reason for the variance in each subject is due to their metabolic rate. The factors that could contribute to the differences in your metabolic rate include age, gender, your diet, physical activity level, muscle to fat ratio, hormone function, body size and composition, genes, and also NEAT, which is non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Now, another big factor that you should also look at is hunger signals. A lot of times people have different levels of satiety even though they eat the same amount of food. So if you're prone to being a lot more hungry after each meal, it's going to be a lot harder for you to maintain a healthy body weight versus somebody who feels very full after each meal and can maintain a lower calorie level throughout the day, which will keep them at maintenance or even below maintenance. But if you manage to overcome all these factors, these are still not the only contributors to people struggling with their weight. Other factors can include medications, disabilities, environmental factors, and many others that affect you throughout your everyday life. But because it impacts a lot of people, I'm going to take a deeper dive into environmental factors. There are many videos and articles out there highlighting the food disparities within lower income neighborhoods. It's usually referred to with a term called a food desert, and yes, it's as bad as it sounds. Food deserts usually refer to a place with low access or no access to fresh foods, and also little to no access within the area to appropriate transportation for people to actually get these foods. Now, some economists believe that food deserts can be caused by higher demand of unhealthier foods within a region, which can be a social contributor to you gaining or losing weight. However, regardless of how the food desert got there, it can change the way you view food and even give you less opportunities to be able to make a change to a healthier switch.
That the life expectancy was shortest in the so-called food deserts.
The average life expectancy for someone in a low-income area where grocery stores are few and far between is about 76 years.
And as we all know, a lot of unhealthier foods won't give you the level of satiety that more healthier foods will. So if you're constantly eating chips, it can be harder for you to maintain a healthy body weight. At the end of the day, I still do believe that weight loss can be broken down into calories in, calories out, but the way people get to their net caloric balance can be harder for some people and easier for others. I think the most important thing is when you're on your weight loss journey or your weight gaining journey, make sure that you look at all these factors and see if you can change any of them or just be aware of them when you're actually on your journey, so you can understand a little bit more what's going on behind the scenes. But chances are, if you're worried about being in a calorie deficit, you're gonna want to know how to use cardio to maximize your fat loss. So you want to check that video out, click this video right here. I appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.